Hi, my name is Michel. I'm a cellist, a performer, a teacher, and now a published author. Woo woo! And welcome to the Art of Making. Today I'm going to be talking about how to practice your scales in order to master your string language and improvise better. So, in this example, I'm going to be focusing on C major because it is the first scale that we all learn. So the way that I started practicing my scales is I break them down into three different sections. And each section, I can even talk, but each section has two parts. So section 1, part 1, is the traditional way that we all know. And you can play as high as your skill allow you to do. You don't have to stick to 2 octaves. You can play 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the traditional way. Section 1, part 2. Now things start to get a little bit more interesting. So what I do is I break it down into different octaves and try to come up with as many different finger patterns as I could think of. Example, in octave number 1 sounds like this. Right? So now I say to myself, what's another fingering that I'm able to do? Okay, that's one. Another one. Okay, that's one. What about another one? Okay, so you get it? So I will do the same thing for octave number 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. So you don't have to only limit it to 3 different patterns. You come up with as many as you can think of. So the objective is you break it down by octave and you play different patterns, fingers. So that will allow you to familiarize yourself with your instrument and open your mind a little bit. So this was section 1, part 2. Section 2 now is I break it down by position. Here's an example. Part 1, I play them in order. So in C major scale, in first position, I have the notes available to me are D, E, F, A, B, C, E, F, G, and B, C, D. So when you put it together, it sounds like this. Get it? So now I would move down to second position. What notes do I have in the key of C major? I have E, F, G, B, C, D, F, G, A, C, D, E. When you put it together, go down to third position. I have F, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, F. You put it together, it sounds like this. Now, you do the same thing for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. The reason why I stop at 7th is because once you get to 8th position, it's a cycle, it's a repeat of, you guessed it, you got it, position number 1. So if you master 1 through 7, 8 is just a continuation of 1 through 7. So this was section 2, part 1. Are you with me? You're not lost? You good? All right. So part 2 is I would play them out of order. So this is basically improvising. And I would do the same thing for each position. So in part 1, we learned that we would play them in order. Part 2, we play them out of order. You guessed it. So, part 2, each position you would basically do the same thing you did in position number 1. You would play them in order and play them out of order. So that's section 2. Section 3 is basically putting everything together. You would mix and match. Part 1 of section 2 is you would kind of play the same rhythm. Example, I'm glad you asked. Example, so. Get it? Section 3, part 1 is you play the same beat, same pattern. Part 2 is improvise. So play them out of order. You don't have to play the same beat. You can play half note, eighth notes put together. That note was not part of it. I got a little excited and added an accident. But you get the point. So you mix all the positions together. So in the recap, section 1, part 1 is you play the traditional way. Okay, section 1, part 2 is you break them down by octave and do as many different finger patterns as you can think of. Here it is. Okay, here's one, here's another one. Here's another one. And another one. Okay, now section 2 is I break it down by position. In order, part 1 is in order. Here's an example. Oops, I missed on that one, but hey, it happens. Section 2, part 2 is you play them out of order. Get it? Okay. Now, section 3 is you mix everything together. So you understand? So once you do that, your skills will never get boring because every practice could be something different, because as you allow your creativity to take over, there's no way you're going to be playing the same thing over and over and just playing them over and over. So this is the objective behind this. I hope it was clear enough for you to understand. I gave you different examples. Feel free to attempt different bowings, different styles. don't feel like you have to be limited to just one thing and just play them up and down. If you want to learn if you want to expand your mind to be creative and to improv, everybody plays differently. Everybody speaks different. Speaks differently. So the way that I look at it is as if you are speaking. Everybody has different tones, different voice, different accent, depending on where you come from. So this is the same thing with playing an instrument. You don't want to sound like everybody else. You want to create your own tone, your own flavor. Hence the reason why I named this thing How to Master Your String Language, a guide to improvisation. This is the goal behind it. And that's what I taught in my book. If you guys are interested, there's more. I talk about more, I break it down, and I have more examples of the videos and all the scales. Each position is broken down into the notes. If you guys want more example, feel free to get the book on Amazon. So I hope you guys had fun with me in the art of making. I hope I was able to add some value, a different perspective to your practice. And I would love for you to post your own videos and use the hashtag #ArshedAtHome. ARSHT at home. Hashtag #ArshedAtHome. Use that in your videos so we can all see it and what I would say, and be happy with you. I don't know if that makes sense, but but use that hashtag #ArshedAtHome. We would like to see your videos of your creativity, of what you guys are able to come up with, so we can all celebrate with you. So thank you guys for watching, and it's an honor for me to be a part of this and to have fun with you guys during this crazy time right now. But rock on, create some music, and enjoy. Thank you.